Good afternoon, YouTubers. This is your zip code Farik. Matt Shiny here in the 92805 zip code at the ZCF Studios in Southern California on this drizzly May 3rd, Saturday. And the Sudoku puzzle has spoken once again. It seems to be almost random. I've been keeping track. This is my third go around on keeping track. There's nothing really following Nebraska and Oregon locations from the last 2 weeks because this one's in Florida. The only thing that I can even see attaching is the fact that this starts with a 3, and there's a third thing I'm looking at for a pattern. Don't really see one. It's in the same country as Nebraska and Oregon, which were from last week and the week before, but no other connection. Florida's in exactly the opposite direction from Oregon, and not close to Nebraska either. The name of the place, the zip code, 32631. Place called Earleton, spelled with an extra E. Earleton, Florida. In Alachua County in north central Florida. This is not the Florida that most people think of when they think of vacations, but it was a resort spot at one time. We'll get to that in a second. Alachua County contains Gainesville, which is its largest city, and more than half the population of 285,000 of Alachua County live here. Earleton is a lot smaller and 17 miles to the northeast of downtown Gainesville. Earleton has 311 people in it over its 4.61 square miles. So it's a very sparsely populated rural place. It's not the Florida of beaches and surf and sand. It's the Florida of lakes and swamps and alligators, and they exist here too. Not maybe like they do in the Everglades or in the Okefenokee, but they are definitely here. In its not quite 5 square miles, Earleton has a lake and a swamp, and then it's on the shores of another lake. Saluda Swamp and Lake Elizabeth are within the zip code bounds of Earleton, and just touches the shore of Lake Santa Fe, which is a larger place, and used to be where the boating set from Gainesville would head. Earleton started life in the late 1850s when General Elias Earle, for his service in the Mexican-U.S. War, got a land grant in this area and settled here. And then eventually a town was built on the shores of Lake Santa Fe. And it was called Rosetta at first, but in 1887 or thereabouts, after, the name was changed to Earleton to honor the general. Earleton became a resort town for the boaters and the higher class of Gainesville to go for their vacations. They used to have fish camps here at one point. People would come to the shores and do fishing and hang out and party, if you will. They're trying to bring some of that back here, but so far the biggest community place is the post office, which has a general store and all that. And nowadays, I think the people that are moneyed and don't really live in Gainesville. And if they do, they'll probably end up going to the beach. So much for the automobile, folks. One of the things about doing this show I'm seeing is a lot of these zip codes that I do have suffered from modern life. People don't stay in their locales if they can get anywhere a lot faster. And 17 miles from Gainesville is not that far. This place is about 80 miles inland from the Atlantic coast and probably almost twice that from the Gulf Coast. So anybody that wants to go for the cooler weather of the coast will just go there and not go to the lake. But I applaud those that are trying to bring it back. Speaking of which, Earleton not only was known for General Elias Earle, but also for his son-in-law, Hans von Lüttichau, who brought the Formosan azalea to Florida, and it became some good ground cover for here and elsewhere. That was originally from southern India and a place you got it, Formosa, which we now know as Taiwan. Anyway, these two people that are famous in Earleton are related to each other. As for the weather, it's already, even though it's not quite summer, try telling that to people that live here. Today's Right now it's 83 degrees, low of 65, humidity's at 55%, so not too bad. Tomorrow it's going to be a high of 84, low of 61, thunder showers. Uh, High of 88 and low of 60 on Monday, it's cloudy, and then a high of 90 on Tuesday with a low of 67 and sunny. There's going to be thunderstorms throughout the week here in north central Florida, Earleton specifically. This is but to give you a taste of what you could be doing going there. If you like, hit like. If you don't like, hit don't like. But leave a comment in the comment section below. Hit subscribe. Thank you for the person who subscribed this past week. And we will see you in the next video. And I hope this follows a pattern, because it'll be the fourth one I'm looking at. Right now it's just 1, 2, 3, and Earleton, Florida begins with a 3. But so does anything that's in Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Tennessee, or Mississippi. So until the next video, have a good one.